Happy Sunday, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this last day of the weekend. I sure have been. Actually, I haven't. It's been okay. Actually, let's be in a positive mindset. I have enjoyed my day. I'm not done much, honestly. I went to church in the morning, and then I literally sat and watched soccer until now. And I just got up, and here we are. We're recording a video. And if you could tell, the lighting is a little bit different because I got some kind of contraption over here that's putting the light directly on my face, so you guys get to see all of my beautiful, handsome features. And this is my first game of the day using this deck. I've been playing on the mini account. I might even post a video from there. I mean, it's like the content isn't insane because a lot of the players I'm playing against are not good at the game. But it's, I mean, maybe. We'll see. We'll see the higher I go. I'm using different decks on there, and it's not as costly, obviously, as playing in a fully max setting to use lower cards. But regardless, I wanted to actually have a little bit of a story. I have a story to tell. I don't know why I'm saying it so weirdly, but it feels like every Sunday I have a story to tell. And this isn't part of the story, but this is also another thought that every Sunday I feel like there's a story. And that's because when I go to church, I literally just like, oh, what? That's weird. I don't know why you did that. I didn't like that. Okay, I didn't hit my archers, which is cool, but still, that was annoying. Every time I go to church, I'm apart from these distractions and I can think, and thinking gives me ideas. So I've been trying to, now I'm gonna take it more seriously, and I'm gonna put myself in more positions where I think without distraction. I'm gonna try to limit my screen usage, which hasn't been great today because I was sitting on the couch all day, but I promise there's gonna be a point where I'm gonna be so loaded with content and ideas that you guys aren't even gonna recognize me. I'm gonna be like fucking Picasso of Clash Royale. Anyway, so to the actual story. So I was thinking about Clash Royale. Oh, not Clash Royale. I was thinking about Clash of Clans. Before Clash Royale, there was of course Clash of Clans, and that was a goated game. But the thing that made that game so good, in my opinion, was the global chat feature. And you guys who have played that game, which I'm assuming most people have, because if you're playing Clash Royale, you've probably at one point in your life played a Clash of Clans. So if you played that game, you knew that the best thing about that game was the global chat. It was talking to like random people from like Bangladesh and shit. No care in the world. You can lie. You can pretend to be anyone you want, and that was the best part. But here is where my story comes, and obviously they disabled that. That's no longer a feature in Clash of Clans. And while it is like sad to see it go, I completely understand why they did it, and here's why. I had a situation regarding this. So when I was in 6th grade, I had a crush on this girl in my school, and I don't know, I was a kid, so obviously I was like a little bit like timid about it. Like I wasn't like outwardly like talking to her. We were good friends, but like I never made it like, I never told her that like I was like, you know, like into her. And there was this, so there was this guy that I met on like a global chat. I think he was, oh no, I'm gonna lose this. I think he was my age. I hope he was my age, but this kid that I just, you know, started talking to in this global chat, he was chill, ended up joining my clan, and we were like we were like good friends, or whatever that meant. That we were friends in the global chat, or in our clan chat, and it stemmed from that global chat. So we joined my clan, and we would just like talk to each other about random shit, and I would talk to him about like, you know, stuff that was going on in my life. And as the kid I would like make up stories. Like I'd be like, yeah, like I have a girlfriend. It's this girl, like, you know, and I would tell him all these like dumb stories. Probably like, you know, I didn't have any regard for it because this was a random guy and I didn't care. We're gonna lose this game. I should have fireball cycled. But this was a random guy to me, and I did not care about the repercussions, as most sixth graders wouldn't care. I'm gonna mute my don't rage baby right now in the middle of my story. But I didn't care for the consequences. I didn't really think there were consequences because this was a random person. And I just, I persisted with telling him all these random stories about, this girl that I had a crush on, but I actually was telling him that I was dating her and all these different stories. Anyways, it got to the point where we added each other on Instagram. This kid looked like he was my age, was whatever. And so, I would talk to him on Instagram about the same stuff, and I would use, and like my silly ass would I would use her name in the stories. Like I wouldn't use a fake name or anything. I didn't really think. And this sly dude, he, I don't know, maybe he didn't buy my stories, or maybe he was literally just like a fucking D1 troll. But this dude looked through my following, found the girl that I was talking about, and sent her all this shit that I was saying, which, I mean, it wasn't I wasn't saying any inappropriate shit, but it was weird because obviously I'm not dating this person. I just had a crush on her, and I was telling him stories about how we were dating. So it was weird, but I was in sixth grade. And so we found her, and he sent her all these things, and obviously it was weird. And then somehow parents got involved, her parent got involved, and I think there was another friend that I also mentioned in the stories too of hers that their parents got involved. Their parents ended up calling the principal's office on me, and I remember it one day I knew it was happening because the day before that all happened, or not the day before I got called into the principal's office, was the day the entire thing where I got confronted about it was. So I could tell it was happening, and then I got called into the principal's office. And usually in my middle school, when you got called to the principal's office, you were always called to the assistant principal's office because she dealt with all the disciplinary stuff. But I got called directly to the dude's office, which like I said, does not happen. So that obviously was very awkward, and he wasn't even I was scared out of my mind. I was never the type. I was a troublemaker, but I was never the type to get in that much serious trouble. It wasn't something like this where I'd have to go. That was where you would go if you had in-school suspension. You would go directly to the guy, and that was my first and last time having that kind of experience. I usually stayed out of that crazy trouble. It was more disruptions in class. I went in there, and he wasn't even that mad, honestly. That wasn't the point. He was just more so worried that I'm talking to strangers on the internet, which granted, yeah, that is worrying that I was however old you are in sixth grade talking to strangers on the internet. And you never know who that could have been a grown ass man, and it could have been a way worse situation than it was. So he was just yo, listen, again, I didn't say anything crazy, but he was you can't tell people stories that you don't know on the internet. You can't do that, obviously. And I was yeah, I'm never doing that again. Embarrassed out of my mind that I got caught doing some dumb shit like that. But yeah, it ended up being nothing. He just kind of warned me. He was don't this is why you don't talk to strangers on the internet. And I was yeah, I understand now. And after that, I was it was so awkward between me and that girl. We obviously weren't friends anymore after that. The other friend that I mentioned in the story was also weird about it, and her parents, for some reason, her parents were pissed off at me. I wasn't making any weird remarks. It was more so just oh yeah, we're dating, and oh yeah, her friend has a crush on me. Just trying to make myself seem cool was the whole thing, that was, I was trying to look like a cool ass dude to this random dude, and obviously it ended up being pretty embarrassing because I got caught. I got caught, and I didn't actually have the huzz that I was saying I had. Okay, come on, go. Don't lightning. Please. Oh god, this is intense. But yeah, so that's the end of the story, that I got caught basically trying to be sick, and I wasn't actually that sick. Can we win this? I think we won. That's enough, right? But yeah, that was the story. But I remember getting called to his office, and I'd been called to offices before, but it was always the assistant, never him. and I don't think he was really that scary of a dude, but just it was the entire thing. Like the night before, the guy was texting me. He was like, or no, he wasn't texting me. The girl I was talking about texted me. Her friend texted me. They were like, "What the hell? Like, why are you telling like this dude these stories?" And then like I texted the dude about it. I was like, "Yo, what the hell?" And he blocked me. He didn't even respond. Like he just straight up disappeared, vanished, left my fucking Clash of Clans clan. But that was the good thing that even though it was fun, good thing they removed that, because just imagine how much worse it could have been. You know, I was so young at that point, and like that kid probably was my age, and he was just like, I don't know, a troll or something. But imagine that was someone like posing to be like someone, you know, younger, and he's not actually the age he is. Then it's a pretty sketchy situation, because he could, I don't know, blackmailed me or some shit. You know, again, good thing they removed it. Probably was a silly feature for a kid's game to have a global chat like that, but it was cool. It was definitely cool when it lasted. You were able to like talk to people from all over, and honestly, I think that's part of the reason why the game died, because there wasn't that chat anymore, because people love that shit. But I can attest personally why that shit probably shouldn't have been in the game. But yeah, I kind of was talking about it earlier that I've been looking for places to like be less distracted in, right? And so today I think I'm gonna go. I used to, when I was in high school, I used to go to this beach, and I would go at night, and I would just kind of sit there. And that was when I was big into writing. I used to write like poems and shit, like not like love poems, but it was more like me like writing about like my emotions and all this stuff. I don't know, it sounds kind of lame, but that's something I used to do, and I still do it on occasion. But I used to go there a lot, and that was like a way for me to like vent things from, you know, my head. Like it was a way to, okay, interesting, he arrowed that. That was a way for me to get like stuff off my chest that was otherwise on my chest. Wow, that was super, what's the word for that? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Let's try to beat this guy, because I'm tired of losing to every person I play against. Can we not die here? No, we're gonna die here, because for some reason, lock in. Can you kill the bats? God damn it, dude. We gotta go in again, or else we're gonna lose here. Why are you jumping? Can we somehow win this? I can't log. I don't think I can log. Wait, why was it on my tower? Does he have a big spell? He's gonna go tricky barrel. Oh my god, I lost because of the skeletons. Oh my god, dude. Okay, whatever. I suck at this game, but I hope you guys enjoyed that story. Take care.